So yesterday I posted about a freelance job on LinkedIn, and honestly about 99% of the replies that I got made me not want to hire anybody. Not because they weren't talented or experienced, but because the way they went about communicating with me completely missed the mark on what I was actually looking for, except for one person who did something very different. So in this video, I'm going to break down the exact differences between all those messages I ignored and the one I replied to instantly and set up a call with next week. This is a quiet shift that's going to put you in the top 1% when dealing with proposals or following leads online for freelance jobs. So I simply said, looking for an Irish audio producer. A client is starting a series of long-form in-person interviews and is looking for an editor based in Ireland who enjoys full editorial work, shaping the content, tightening the conversation, and final polish. I don't have the capacity myself, so I'm helping them find the right person. Message me if interested. The first thing that really jumped out to me, use of AI. I got 2 proposals from 2 different people, and you would not believe that these were from 2 different people. Hey, Bren, I saw your post about the long-form interview series, and I'd love to help your client with full editorial work, shaping content, tightening conversations, and providing a final polished product. Let's go back again just for context to my post. Looking for an editor based in Ireland who enjoys full editorial work, shaping content, tightening the conversation, and final polish. You've literally just taken the exact phrases I've used. It's clearly done by ChatGPT. Let's keep going. A few quick questions so I can understand the project better. What's the typical length of the interviews? Are there specific styles or tones the client wants? What's the expected timeline? I'm happy to jump on a Zoom call. Then I was mind blown by something that came in maybe an hour or 2 later from somebody different. And it said, hey, Bren, I saw your post and wanted to reach out immediately. The interview series has serious potential, and I'd love to help shape it with the level of clarity, pacing, and polish you're aiming for. Oh, wow, look at this. Here's 3 quick questions to get us on the same page. What's the intended tone of the final edits? How long is each recording? And do you have a preferred setup? 2 of them questions, the exact same. I mean, the format is the exact same. And then it says, I'd love to schedule a quick Zoom call. Again, it just doesn't come across as personal. It doesn't come across as human. It looks like a template. I like AI. I'm a fan of AI, but don't just use the first thing that it spits out. That's a real problem, because it's just going to take the phrases. It's going to try and understand it when it has no context or very little context, and it's just going to give you this, just generic, and no personality, no depth, nothing. The second thing that jumped out to me was the questions. A ton of people messaged me as well and were asking questions. That's not the time to ask questions. People who are hiring, and the best people who are hiring, are generally busy. Don't ask them a ton of questions. There needs to be one clear call to action, and that's to jump on a call. Send them a link to TidyCal or Calendly so they can just go in and book at a time that suits them. You can set the times that you're available. Well worth it as a freelancer. Let me tell you now about the person who I was impressed by. He wasn't even looking for work for this job that I posted about. He was a video editor. The job I posted about was for an audio editor. But what did he do that was so smart? He saw in my post that I had said, I don't have the capacity myself. What is my pain point here? I don't have capacity. I'm super busy. You can also see by my profile, I run a podcast production service. So this video editor has tracked down my email address and said, would love to have a chat about helping you with your lack of capacity. I'm a video editor. Maybe I'll be able to take on some work. Could we have a call? Man, so simple. You've came in and you've appealed to my pain points that I've shown in that post. He's seen that this is somebody who's busy and runs a podcast production service. He's a video editor who edits podcasts, and he's seen the opportunity. It's just a level of thinking that 99% of people aren't doing. They're thinking they just need to put themselves in the mix to have a chance. And you can separate yourself from 99% of people by just thinking a little bit. I got back to him straight away. That's the opportunity that's available. Honestly, 99% of people who are posting or who are looking for work are just not doing a very good job. And I'm finding this every time I post about jobs that are available. Real lack of enthusiasm. AI postings that just try and mirror my phrases but do it really badly. No personality, no appealing to, the the problem that I'm dealing with or the pain point that I have. Just generic. And like I say, massive opportunity. So if you want to put this into practice, I know where you can find leads and lots of them. Head on to Upwork. And the best bit is you don't even need a profile to start practicing this, because in this video, I've made a step-by-step guide to how you can land clients on Upwork without even having a profile. So you'll be able to put this into practice straight away. And I promise you, you'll be in the 1%, because 99% of people proposing stuff or following up on leads is really bad. There's a big opportunity for freelancers. You will get hired if you appeal to the pain point, read between the lines, show some enthusiasm, and show some personality as well.